Today we're bringing you another ML9 Nostalgia Cup match, and this time it is two titans clashing. We have Xenagog versus Shinigami here. Today we're bringing you another ML. Okay, that's my bad. Let me just tell them that the stream is live so that we can get right into the lobby bands. But for today, at least for this game, I'm not sure about the rest. It will be only me that will be casting. Maybe I will be joined by my fellow co-casters in the later game of the series, but no promises. Yeah, but if you're here already, make sure that you do like and subscribe to the channel because we do this every night. By every night, I mean every night that the tournament is active. But yeah, right now we'll be seeing Cartel getting the first ban, and yeah, I wonder what this is gonna be. We have seen that Grok in the previous game be very performant in the hands of Atete. So I'm wondering if they would want to take that out as, but they are actually the first pick, so it might be. Hmm. Yeah, I messed up the matchup. This is actually El Cartel versus Shinigami, not Xenagog. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just noticed when I was talking about the players. But yeah, we also have seen the side of El Cartel be performing with that Grok. So we might be seeing Shinigami ban that out. I'm not sure that we have seen Shinigami play the Grok as a hero this tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I don't think we've seen Shinigami play the Grok. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a glue ban first from the side of El Cartel, which is a pretty interesting ban. And they follow up with that Alice. I'm guessing we might see a Joy ban from El Cartel here. Um, Hello, Fufu, in the audience. Okay, it's actually going to be a low Yi ban. Probably a targeted ban at blue, I guess. Yeah, that's blue. I'm guessing blue is Kyo. Yeah, okay, so that's also going to be Sicilian. Of course, we're back in the Nigerian meta, so the Sicilian is a pick a ban hero, and he has made, I can't accurately say if he has made an appearance in every series, I mean every game this tournament, but it's definitely on the high side. At least 80% of the games that we have streamed. And yeah, for the lobby bans, we have a Glue, Alice, Loyi, and Sicilian, which is no two mages. This might actually be the first time we're seeing two mages being banned out. But yeah, going straight into the lobby bans, going straight into the draft phase. I mean, we should be seeing something interesting. This is gonna be one of those games that we will probably having violence all around the map all game long, and it would be kind of hard to guess and compete who is gonna be taking. Oh yeah, I also have to correct the name of the stream. But yeah, right off the bat, we're seeing that Xbox ban.
Crowned by heaven's mandate, my legacy shall endure.
Time to drop the beat of the flash.
Is banning.
Muscle of iron, bones of steel.
Okay. So that should be the name of the stream. all accurate now. I have to apologize for the side of El Cartel for kind of messing that up. But going back into the game, right now we're seeing that joy ban, like I expected here, coming from the side of El Cartel. They really don't want that hero to go into the first phase, and it's actually a Gato Kacha ban from the side of Shinigami over the Grok, which is pretty interesting. But Conquest to go ahead and lock in that Grok as a first pick, and we still have a Lancelot open, so that's a hero that Levi can definitely secure. Or maybe El Cartel would counter with something like a Ruby pick, but no, they actually secure that Lilia to face off versus the Grok. I guess that is their answer. And the Kessie on that Kalia, which can also have like a lockdown CC for a potential assassin pick. I do know that Hayabusa is still open, Lancelot still open, like I just mentioned. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see the next set of picks coming in from El Cartel here. It looks like they're waiting right up to the last second to lock in these two heroes. But it's actually cheesy that we'll lock that Lancelot despite the threat coming in from Kalia, and followed by a Lunox pick by Utah. I'm really liking the side, the draft from the side of El Cartel here, because they have the damage, they have the mobility, they have the zone, they have the engage, and they have the front line. Just with these 3 picks, which is a lot of value, coming just from 3 picks, you know. So, are we gonna see a Suyo? I don't think we've seen a Suyo the entirety of this tourney, and that is a Suyo that is locked. You guys just let me know in the live stream chat if there have been any buffs on Suyo. Maybe something I'm not aware of, but then if my memory is serving me right, he did get a very horrible nerf in a few patches back. But right now, okay, that looks like we're going to see that dragon ban. We all know how terrifying that Yuzhong can be, especially when he's just diving into the backlines. And that's also going to be a CC ban. I'm surprised that she actually made it into the second phase. Yeah, okay, the Hayabusa wasn't banned out, maybe because of the second hold him down, and the Ruby does have that. So yeah, the Ruby pick is solid. But yeah, right now they don't really have DPS versus this Uranus pick. And yeah, what kind of XP then are they gonna go? They already have the Xbox ban, they have the Yuzhong ban, and they ban out the Alice in the draft in the lobby. But oh, this would actually be a Ruby XP, and they might be going with a marksman in the gold lane. But even the Brody doesn't exactly have the damage. Well, it depends. It depends on how fed he is, but yeah, it can get really bad versus the Uranus. But yeah, right now both drafts actually looking pretty solid. Again, I would still have to lean towards the side of El Cartel, just because they have so much substance and so much versatility, with where the damage sources can come from, and they have enough CC coming in from this Grok, as well as a front line in the sense of Uranus as well. So yeah, if I'm gonna go for, I really can't activate the caster's curse on my own, so I'm gonna go off from, I'm going to abstain from speculations when it comes to who's gonna carry the first total. But yeah, we will be getting right into game 1 of day 9 of the Nostalgia Cup.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
Okay, getting right into it. I'm not sure if we will be seeing early invades. I have noticed that a lot of teams like to go for the early invades when playing the Grok. But no, actually Conquest would just be yeah, he would just be spotting out that Lancelot, spotting out Levi to get the extra gold, and then he will go back to clearing the lane. this might also be Kalia as an answer to the early game aggression for Grok, because the Kalia can heal any damage that Grok deals while Grok can't heal. Um, yeah, but yeah, Neflevi actually using that retribution to secure the lethal, while Cheesy is just reaching towards his purple bubble. Ooh, look at that damage the tidal strike committed onto Conquest, and he has to flicker out of there. And this is what I was saying, that Kalia just keeps hitting those punches, and Grok can't keep up in the early game. The sound. You guys tell me if that's better. Let me know if the sound is fixed. But that would be a first blood onto Conquest in the top lane, as well as a death by Zane. Ooh, but that is a double kill for Levi. Cassie will fall after the taunt rolls, not gonna be enough, and Levi does still fall to the damage. Ooh, blue falling after to the Phantom Execution, but Zane with that flicker into Utah, he activates the light ult, and the wall plus the skill 1 from Conquest to protect his team member. But look over here, Cheesy going in when he didn't have to try and secure that blue buff. I think he actually did get that blue buff, because Left Levi actually does not have that buff around him. So that would be Cheesy at a level 5, while Levi is still at level 4. But the side of Shinigami are trying to get onto this Lord. Boye does have to flicker, but no, he will not be able to survive the dark ult coming in from Utah. Phantom Execution committed here. Cheesy using the puncture on the crypt to try and stack more damage, but that fire will snuff out. And Cassie actually just reached level 4, so we might be seeing more plays coming in from. Ooh, like I just said, the tsunami slam onto Conquest straight into the tower, and he falls here. That would be a killing spree for Utah. This Lunox actually causing a lot of problems. It seems we are running into some connection issues here. But Levi will be securing that purple buff. Grand Theft Purple in his favor after the one that Cheesy carried out on him. Okay, I'm getting two different. Is the sound good or is it breaking? um, yeah, yeah. Please let me know if you can hear me clearly in the live. But right now we're seeing a 7-4 score, and it is El Cartel that is leading in kill count, and they do have a goal advantage of probably like around a 1.2k, which isn't much of a goal lead. But then we do all know that this is just 4 minutes into the game, and it is can slowly widen. But yeah, they're gonna have to play this smartly, because the turtle is spawning in 15 seconds. That is the lights ult already popped from Utah. Conquest using that wall to try and buy Utah some time to escape. But Levi actually in that position. Void Hacker will get caught, but he will not fall here, because that is not a commitment. Ooh, Utah has already used that light ult, and that is the tsunami slam to shut down Utah. Wow, Cheesy will be working on this turtle, securing it with that Phantom Execution Retribution combo. Boye has used the I am offended. It is not available for this fight, and that is gonna be a disengage for the side of Shinigami. But right now, let's take a look at the gold laners. I would like to see how they are performing. And it's actually Void Hacker here with a 3.2k gold, and actually the richest in the game. So that would be a 200 gold lead he has over the other gold laner, and a 110 KDA, while Zane is on that 021. The stream might be breaking up a little here because MTN. Ooh, but that tectonic charge to catch Cassie. He will flicker out though. That is the darker bounce by Utah. And I'm not really sure if they want to take that fight. Yeah, the title strike plus the tsunami slam, but Cheesy will escape there with the turned rose as well as the phantom execution. And oh, Cassie does get cut out by that wall, but he will use the title strike to leave this fight. Cheesy, are they planning a tower dive here? No, they will disengage as Levi does go onto the mid lane and put some lane pressure. But if you take a look at Boy here, he had his lane cut by Uranus, but ooh, Levi just being bullied here by Sky Guy. There isn't really much for Isuyo to do versus a Uranus, but the next turtle will be spawning and Sky Guy is gathering that information for his team. Conquest does just the wall, but oh, the I am offended onto Utah, and that would be a light ult to go into safety. Oh, Sky Guy does get caught. The title strike, but the tectonic charge onto Cassie. He uses the tsunami slam, but that will not hold on to the CC immune conquest. But the I am offended to catch onto two. Zane flickers in. Void Hacker tries to kill him, but he does not succeed. The taunt rolls from Cheesy will secure that kill onto Zane. The Phantom Execution into Boye. He does not have the amount of sustain to survive this fight, and he will fall to that damage coming in from Utah. Levi in the backline trying his best to escape. Will he be able to? Ooh, but no, he falls to that damage coming in from Sky Guy. And that would be Lance, and that would be that next turtle actually going to the side of El Cartel. No, it does change into a Lord, but they are quick to convert this into the bot lane tower. Right now, Void Hacker trying to convert this to the top lane tower as well. Ooh, the Phantom Execution will secure that kill, and Zane would be able to successfully defend, but he would drop defending it. But if we look over here in the jungle, Utah with that dark ult, but he does get caught by that tsunami slam. He pops the light ult, and he will survive the damage from Nef Levi. Right now, the Lord has spawned. Sky Guy just being a menace in that jungle. Levi is able to secure that purple buff, but no, ooh, he does manage to escape Sky Guy with the assistance from his team. Well, yeah, we can see this Uranus just clearly being a menace, but the ton of power memories plus the skill 1 from Zane to secure that kill onto Utah. We have Boy here. He's I am offended is on cooldown. It just came off CD. He uses it on Cheesy. Cassie with a title strike to bring Cheesy over in the, but he does use the turned rose as well as the puncture to escape that. Zane trying his best to stack that damage onto Sky Guy, but no, able to. The Stellar Radiance will restore that HP. Okay, looks like we're back. We're currently experiencing some network issues, but hopefully those have been resolved. But that would actually be the first lot going to the side of Shinigami. Oh, Cassie coming in with that title strike, followed by the Tsunami Slam Conquest using that tectonic charge.
Hero has been slain. Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Okay, I do have to apologize for the network here.
Blue team turret
We
has
are all
been
subject
destroyed.
to MTN. But
Blue team turret has been
yeah,
destroyed.
that is Shinigami just making maximum. Ooh, but the Phantom Execution, but the I am offended plus the flicker combo to catch Conquest behind his own wall. That will be a killing spree for Zane. Shinigami actually making the most out of this Lord. Oh, the title strike plus the tsunami slam onto Utah. He survives with a sliver of HP and uses that light ult to get into safety. That would not have been possible on any other hero. He would have dropped there, but he managed to survive. Ooh, looking at the spells right now, because of that light ult, Utah does not have to purify. So he will be heavily dependent on not being burst down instantly to be able to survive those fights like we just seen there. But yeah, Void Hacker on that Purify, he would be able to survive. Or rather, he will be able to take some of the engages from Kessie here with the Tidal Strike as well as the Tsunami Slam. But we can see just the map pressure that will be coming in, but over here that is the tectonic charge as well as the dark ore that is committed onto Boye. He does not have it and he will fall. Okay, right now I was about to say that Shinigami have the map control as they have taken down a majority of the outer towers of the side of El Cartel, but El Cartel still trying to find ways to navigate this and get more of an advantage for their team. But Sky Guy here just he knows they can't kill him. He knows he can tank all that damage. But ooh, Levi, that tsunami slam coming on to Conquest. But the dark ult from Utah, Zane will be shot down by Cheesy. Ooh, the I am offended from Boye, but the tectonic charge. Kessie coming in with the tidal strike, but that will not be enough. Cheesy just puncture after puncture. That is a maniac, the very first in this tournament. Going to Cheesy. Boye has his I am offended, but he does not have his flicker. He will not be able to try and salvage this fight. El Cartel will take this Lord home.
Blue team has slain the Lord.
Oh, the Phantom Execution, but he does instantly get caught by that I am offended. Sky Guy just tanking the hits. Cheesy, why did he go back in there? That is a shot down onto Cheesy. For some reason, he decided to commit onto Zane. And yeah, he paid for that. But Conquest over here, we all know how this Grok can engage, and just as I said it, that is a wall plus the tectonic charge, but he instantly gets caught by that tsunami slam, taking the tower damage, and he will not be able to escape as Shinigami do defend their tier 1 mid lane turret. But it looks like they would have to go to that bottom lane and push that Lord and clear that Lord, as Levi will be left to solo defend. But over there in the top lane, Void Hacker getting a solo kill onto Blue. He did use the black shoes, but that was not enough to help him survive. Void Hacker, he pops the ultimate, but no, he manages to dash away in the last second as the tidal strike will not connect. The side of Cartel right now, they have a lot of damage coming in from Cheesy, coming in from Bruno, coming in from Utah as well. So they can just capitalize on that in the fights. But over here, Boy has used the I am offended. Maybe that is why Utah did have to burn that light ult. But we can see Kessie trying his best to spot out Utah after burning that game. Okay, right now we can see that, ooh, the tsunami slam does not connect because of that tectonic charge. The black orbs from Lilia will be dealing a decent amount of damage, but it will be Levi to secure that kill onto Sky Guy. The title strike comes in, but no. Ooh, Levi didn't engage well there. Zane will fall to the damage of Void Hacker, as well as Cheesy with our taunt rose. And it will be only blue left standing on the side of Shinigami. Looks like they will be taking this tier 1 tower. The Lord spawns in 26 seconds. This might be. Ooh, but the tectonic charge onto blue. He uses the black shoes, but he is still caught behind that wall. Boy, defending this. They have their mage down. They will be spawning, but they will be in a 4 versus 5 for this Lord. Will Shinigami be able to pull this off? Right now, Levi just checking those bushes. Sky Guy going in the back line to make sure. Ooh, but that damage from Zane is nothing to scoff at. The tsunami slam onto Cheesy, and that will be a shutdown. Ooh, Void Hacker activates the Wind of Nature, but he will. Ooh, but the tectonic charge to stun Levi and help his marksman survive. Ooh, I am offended into the base, but that light ult will be burned. Utah is caught off guard. He has no, but he does secure that kill onto Kessie. The black shoes popped here, and Utah is able to flicker into safety. Void Hacker dealing so much damage right now. He has 2 big balls, and he knows how to use them. But they would not be able to end just yet. 20 seconds on the spawn timer for Kessie. Boy coming in 10 seconds, and it looks like they would be able to hold out for their roam to arrive, because the side of El Cartel will not be committing here. Levi with our soul server to clear the mid lane waves. But Boy decided to go a merry-go-round before dropping here. And that Lord looks like it will be cleared. Oh boy, with the I am offended to delay that tectonic charge coming in from Conquest. Utah goes in with that dark ult, followed by that light ult, but no. Ooh, that will be the title strike not landing onto Cheesy, but the ton apart memories will secure that kill coming in from Zane. The black orbs to clear the waves. I don't think Cartel will be able to end this, but that is the title strike. But he does have his purify. Sky Guy will fall, and it is 4 people on the side of Shinigami with 3 for El Cartel. The ton of power memories used there, but way too early. The tsunami slam is not ready. The black orbs coming in, but ooh, blue will secure that kill onto Utah. That is a double kill for Void Hacker. He is not playing around with the amount of damage he's dealing. Oh, but boy, yeah, he lands the I am offended plus the tsunami slam onto Void Hacker. He activates the Wind of Nature, but no, the title strike to secure that kill. They really should have retreated there, considering that 3 of their members had fallen. But the Lord is spawning in 30 seconds, and they have gotten a shutdown onto that Bruno. The Purify spawning in 20. The cooldown, the Purify coming in at 20 seconds, so that should be available for this next Lord fight. Oh, but I am offended onto Cheesy here, but he will be able to use the Taunt Rolls as well as the Puncture to escape that. Boy, just really throwing those I am offended around, you know, just constantly keeping that pressure on. But oh, the title strike is followed up. The Soul Saver would not have enough damage. The I am offended comes in, but Cheesy will be able to survive this with that sustained build. There is a lot of skills that have been burnt, and Void Hacker has spawned as well. The title strike away from Void Hacker. The Lord also does deal enough damage. Zane will have to flicker here, but Cheesy in the back line. The Wind of Nature cannot help him against Utah. Cassie will fall. Levi will fall as well. Only Blue and Boyer left to defend the base against 5 members of Cartel. He will be using the Black Orbs, but oh, the Phantom Execution in the back line here. Boyer will not be able to clear those waves alone, and that will be game 1 going to El Cartel.
Victory!
And we can see right off the bat, Void Hacker on that 10.3 rating. 8312 to his KDA, the most damage dealt on his team, as well as the most tower damage, and well deserved the MVP because he was kicking them around, and they didn't have an answer for him in the late game. And yeah, you can see Kessie actually on that MVP loss. Probably because of that 92% team fight participation. He did his best versus that Bruno with that Purify to land those title strikes as well as the Tsunami Slams. But that will be game 1, and it will be interesting to see how they do adjust to the side of El Cartel coming into this game 2. As usual, every time we are streaming these, we're hoping to have a 3-game series. So yeah, let's be entertained, and
Revere the abyss. In my name.
yeah, right now I guess the stream is going smoothly, but yeah, I would be waiting for the referee to invite me into the lobby, and while we wait for that, let's just go through some skin animations.
Lots loaded and ready to bring the heat.
Okay, do let me know if the stream is still stuttering. Because I'm trying to address that. So yeah, let me know if this is still if the stream is still stuttering. For those of you in the in the live chat. But okay, right now we are seeing an Alice ban here again from the side of Shinigami. I'm not sure if it came from the side of Cartel last time. Yeah, okay, no, that was from the side of Shinigami. Um, Cartel will be banning next, and it will also be a glue again. And this time we'll be seeing a Fredrin ban. So this might be Shinigami just trying to go for that joy pick. But there is a high chance that she will be banned out by the South Cartel in response to Fredrin ban. Maybe not in this lobby, but in the draft phase when we move on to the next phase of the draft. Yeah, but right now that is a Fredrin ban from the South Shinigami, and it's just remaining the last ban here from Cartel. Seems like there is a delay from the Cartel side. Not coming in with that second ban just yet. Okay, yeah, and like I said, that would be a joy ban from Cartel in response to that Fredrin ban. Just nip the potential problem in the bud. You don't want to face off that joy. But yeah, and right off the bat, we're seeing an Alice and Glue, Fredrin and Joy being banned here. I'm not sure. Would we see a Yuzhong first pick, or maybe Cassie might want to lock in Dark Rock? Yeah, but we will be finding out. This is game two, for El Cartel versus Shinigami, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this pans out. Okay, we are into the draft. We had the Alice, the Glue, down in the lobby phase, and looks like Shinigami will be banning here, but they will be waiting for the last second to drop that ban, and it's actually gonna be a Uranus ban. Yeah, because he was so much of a problem in this game. Just always all up in the face of Levi, and you don't want that for a jungler. You want your jungler to have a great time in the jungle, jungling.
My tail's been itching for a real fight.
Okay, and yeah, Kalia also being banned out here from the side of El Cartel. Cassie giving Cartel a lot of trouble with those title strikes and tsunami slams, and that would be a Gato Catcher ban from Sao Shinigami. So yeah, they're taking out the Gato Catcher and they've taken out the Uranus. The Lancelot's being a free pick here if Cartel doesn't ban him out. They might just first pick Lock. The Kalia has already been eliminated. There is no Fredrin. The Lancelot is open for the taking. No, but they would secure that Sicilian first. as their first pick, they are not gonna let him go. So it will be a Sicilian pick coming in for blue. Alcatel still have the Lancelot that was very performative in the first game, that performed pretty well, I would say, in the first game. And they would actually be locking that Yu Zhong pick as well as that Lancelot. So we might be seeing a repeat of Boye here on that Ruby. And they already have their mage being a Sicilian. Would Levi opt in for the Hayabusa here? Or maybe go for a Ling? Or will this be another Suyo pick? The Suyo really didn't play that badly in the previous game. But no, that will be Boye locking in that Badang. And Cassie on that Camila pick. This is likely the second time we're seeing Camila. The first time being the match that we streamed yesterday, Xenagog versus Realm of Kings, but Grok will be secured by the side of El Cartel. As they wouldn't be letting him go into the second phase and be banned, but yeah, Alcatel over here banning out that Hayabusa pick. They just denying Levi of any potential heroes because the Joy has been banned out in the lobby. So oh, the Bruno that was the Bruno that was just doing a lot of damage. Just got banned out. And yeah, I like the suggestion over there in the live chat. A Lapu Lapu would have been great versus the Yuzhong. He would be able to deal with him quite nicely, as well as maybe not deal with the Lancelot, but definitely pose a lot of trouble for him, just in terms of sustain. But ooh, that's an unexpected pick. That is a YVE here. I did not expect a YVE pick, but yeah, that Levi might be going for his signature link. And it will be Apex. Would this be a Link? Would this be a Guinevere? Would this be a Moskov? But no, that would be a YSS and a Moskov. Oof. We might be seeing some Killua action. Oh, this be a Granger pick. No, it will be Harriet the Molina himself. Sorry. What's the race where Nana comes from? Leonin, yes, the Leonin himself, Harriet, rocking that Killua skin. He will be hunting for someone, and I feel that would be Apex here. But yeah, we're getting into it. This is game 2. El Cartel carried the first game, and it is gonna be actually a couple of late game heroes here. I'm not really liking the draft from Shinigami because the Moskov is late game. The YSS, he does have his power scale in the late game. The Sicilian also scales into the late game, and it's just the early game coming in from Boye as well as Camilla, and those aren't really solid contenders here. But I guess the Camilla can exchange blows with this Grok here, using the Crimson Flower to gain back some of that HP. Yeah, but Yuta right off the bat just trying to poke blue here. Yeah, we can just see it. He used the regen over there. I didn't get to actually regen because he just got cancelled straight away. So yeah, Utah. Oh, but looks like there might be an invade here. Neff Levi having his small creep reset, but he will be able to secure his purple buff. And Conquest just trying his best to be a thorn in the side. Cassie will have to recall after that damage coming in from Utah. Yeah, but right now we're just seeing Levi has reached his level 4. The Dragon and Boye actually in a stalemate. Boye just keeping the lanes towards his tower so that he doesn't have to go into a head-to-head fight with Sky Guy. But that would be Cheesy rotating to the bottom lane. Just taking out that creep before the total spawns. Yeah, it's gonna be really hard for South Shinigami to pull off not just a total fight, a total contest when they don't really have an early game fight heroes. Definitely Blue wouldn't be having enough damage to participate in this fight. Even if Moskov uses the Spear of Destruction into the fight, his follow-up wouldn't be a lot as well. But that is the Black Dragon form committed, but the mountain shocker, but it's actually Boya to secure that Lord as well as a kill onto Cheesy. And Conquest, ooh, the Furious dive, but he will get caught up by that mountain shocker, and that will be a kill onto Sky Guy. The fist break, fist win combo, and Conquest to follow as well. Right now, we said that they don't have the early game heroes, but they've taken the initiative for 3 kills, as well as a total in the side of SGM. This is not what you want to see. You don't want to be first facing off against a late game comp and be getting, be losing the early game. It's gonna be like, it's gonna reduce the hopes for a comeback quite drastically. But Cheesy here, he's just trying his best to get the maximum amount of resources, keep his level high. Ooh, but that tectonic charge will be coming in by Conquest here. The Zaman Force popped by Void Hacker. But that Mountain Shocker will be used, not committed. That is a kill onto Sky Guy from Boye off screen in the bottom lane. But over here, Void Hacker securing that kill onto Blue. Ooh. He would have to recall here, and Conquest blocking out that Spear of Destruction. He does use it and ping Conquest onto the wall. But that would be just him clearing out the waves. So the total spawning over here in 10 seconds. And Blue, he's a mage. He's a late game mage. He just has to keep clearing these waves, keep getting those stacks up. But Shinigami actually winning the kill count, but only leading with an 800 gold lead 4 minutes into the game here. Oh, but that blood. But the real world manipulation coming in from Utah over in the backline. He gets caught by that fist break, fist wind, and fist. Ooh. That is the Black Dragon 4 plus the Phantom Execution to secure a second Maniac for Cheesy. 2 games, 2 Maniacs. And the entire 2 in the tournament. Wow. El Cartel needed a comeback and Cheesy delivered it. As he will be going on to that total. Boye here actually on a 400 KDA. Oh, that SOD committed here. Yeah, but it would not be followed up as Cheesy will secure that turtle quite easily. But yeah, I know we were seeing this previously in another game, but that is a tectonic charge that is committed here. But the fist break, fist crack combo onto two. Conquest is caught, but that is a shutdown with the real world manipulation. Cassie will follow as well, and a triple kill for Utah as Levi doesn't even get the chance to see his purple buff. Oof, the furious dive from Sky Guy just to deal so much damage onto Levi with that shot essence. But Levi will be able to take out that last color minion and delay the fall of his tier 1 mid lane tower, but definitely not denied. Yeah, um, right now, the side of Shinigami are heavily relying on those engages coming from Boye. Boye isn't exactly playing the tank. Oh, but that tectonic charge coming here over here in the back line. The Zaman Force has been popped, but Kessie will fall to that damage from Void Hacker. No, actually he flickers out of there and is able to survive. But that will be the tier 1 tower in the top lane, falling down and going to the side of El Cartel. Right now, they would also be taking that bottom lane with a slow push. Oof, Conquest just being a thorn in the side, ever present in the jungle. Yeah, but they're trying their best to actually defend this 1 HP mid lane tower, but they have to be aware of the tectonic charge from Conquest here. Yeah, and they will disengage in that fight. It is not worth risking your life over. And the turtle has spawned. But ooh, the tectonic charge to catch onto Kessie, but the phantom execution onto blue. But that is a fist break onto tree, followed by the fist wind. Oh, a flicker here. Apex is low, but he will not be able to do anything. That is a double kill and the legendary for Cheesy. And 4 people on the side of Shinigami sent back into the crystal. They started off with a 4-0 lead, and right now they're oof. Would he fall here? That damage not being quite enough. But that flicker to catch onto Sky Guy, the shot essence just keeping him buried alive. Revitalized pop by Cassie, but Boye will fall to the Zaman Force of Void Hacker. The Sanguine Claws to catch onto 2, and the real world manipulation will not land onto anyone. Cheesy almost caught over standing there, but he managed to survive with a sliver of HP. Oh, but over here in the top lane, that wall to block off his escape path, Apex would not be able to survive. Boy, having this Badang actually being banned out in the previous game, and now we see why. He's actually performing pretty decently over here. But that would be Cartel to secure this Lord. That wall just constantly, deny. Oh, but the fist break, fist wind, plus the fist crack, the Sanguine Claws to cancel out that Cheesy. Blue trying his best to survive, but that taunt rolls plus the puncture. And over here, Apex in the backline trying to survive here, but the damage from that Zaman Force is way too much. Conquest tanking that tower damage to ensure that his gold laner does not fall. And Levi actually on a 1-4 KDA, keeping up with the levels with a level 13, while his teammates are on level 10. You can tell that he is not having a great game. He has been invaded, and their bodies dropping left, right, center. There is a mania coming from Cheesy here, but yeah, would they be able to defend this Lord together with the Holy Shields? So right now, the Holy Shields will be popped. The side of Cartel, the side of Shinigami really have a very strong late game lineup, because the damage coming in from the different places just really is going to compound. So if you're able to defend enough lords, they should be able to deal with the pressure that is coming in from the side of El Cartel here. But yeah, oof, Boye committing that flicker plus the fist wind and the fist crack. No, but he will not be able to survive. It does not look like he has enough damage to take anyone down. Now the mountain shocker in the backline onto Utah, but no, that will be a double kill. The Zaman Force is popped, and the other two damage dealers actually not being present in that fight. Okay, so if we take a look at the items here, we see Moskov actually completing his third item right now. Levi just trying his best to keep up in gold. That is 7.8k gold right now. Has completed his 3 items and will be going for his fourth. The Sicilian not having the best of games on that 057 KDA. But I hope he has been stacking, because yeah, those are the only ways that they'll. Ooh, but that Phantom Execution going on to Kessie the Mountain Shaker in the backline. But that Bloodful Revenge lands, and Void Hacker with that Zaman Force on a double kill. He almost falls to the tower damage, but Cheesy in that backline with the Phantom Execution plus the puncture to get that triple kill, as they will be wiped out, and that will be a 2-0 sweep in favor of El Cartel, and they will be progressing on to the next round in this Nostalgia Cup.
Victory!
Yeah, so right now we can just see Boye coming in on that MVP loss. He went for the damage build, so he was able to execute some kills on his own, going into a 400 rating. But as we can see, the limits of that damage build, he wasn't able to sustain any damage. And coming in for his lineup that has a YSS, a Moskov, and a Sicilian, you know, it's just you really don't need more damage right now. You need a front line, and Camila could not deliver on that front line despite the amount of damage that she has taken over here. So yeah, GG's to both teams. It will be El Cartel that will be proceeding, but it's not over yet for Shinigami. And as usual, if you haven't already, make sure you like the stream as well as subscribe, because I am watching you from your bedroom window. And thank you for tuning in. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but here you are, and we appreciate you. And we would outro this with one more skin animation. So let's pick a random one. Actually, I know who we're gonna go for. We're gonna go for Naruto Uzumaki himself. So yeah, have a great night. I hope you ate some ramen for dinner, and we will see you tomorrow.